Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to review the Telugu film RRR, directed by Rajamouli. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. We've been waiting 5 long years for this film. Oh my gosh. The whole reason why I have this channel is because of the second Bahubali film, and when someone from the old Bollyfools channel interviewed me and I was able to give a spoiler-free review after seeing the very first day, first show, IMAX showing of Bahubali 2. And then he said, have you ever thought about being on YouTube? Anyway, I owe it all to Rajamouli. I love his films, and this is one that we've been eagerly anticipating. It's had many delays because of COVID. I think it was originally supposed to come out, I don't know, in 2020. And then it was supposed to come out in March, and then it was delayed. And because it was delayed, I had a planned trip to Mexico, so I wasn't able to see this film first day, first show. But I got in late last night. First thing I had to do was go to a matinee. Now, what was sad about that is that I was nearly alone in the theater. There was a couple of women in the far back, but I was the only one there to whoop and holler at Rajamouli's name coming on the screen in the opening credits. And also, it's very fun. Stay for the entire end song during the end credits, because Rajamouli makes an appearance again himself, dancing along and posing to the end credit song, which was super fun. I have to say, this is not as great as Bahubali 1 and 2, but wow, what a rip-roaring ride it was. I mean, you absolutely have to just suspend disbelief. And these characters are named after real people, but they become mythic, like superheroes. At one point, Ram Charan's character actually, whose name is Ram in the film, actually is given a bow and arrow and dressed like Ram, and saffron. They're larger than life. We saw it in the trailer. We saw NTR as Bheem pick up a motorcycle and start throwing it around. Like, just forget complete logic and is there a plot hole or whatever. Like, just throw it out, because this was my face through much of the film. And then again. And then, I was just blown away at the action set pieces, at the introductions to these heroes, to the spectacle of it all. It just was amazing. Downsides to the film, one of the things that made Bahubali so strong is that it had really strong women characters. Sivagami is just one example of an amazing, strong woman character in those two films. This film, not so much. Okay, so you have this, and not so much romance either. I mean, there's a little bit of backstory about Ram and his fiancée Sita, played by Alia Bhatt. She has not much more than a glorified cameo. Okay, all right, she brings in the audience. It's fine, but she's not a major part of the plot and driving the story. Okay, I mean, it's except for the allegory of Ram being separated from Sita and being reunited in the end. And then NTR's character Bheem has sort of a love interest of a white woman, Jenny, and it's like shades of Lagan. Their scenes provide some comedy in that he has absolutely no idea what she's saying to him. One of my favorite lines is, she says, "Don't call me Mem Sahib, just call me Jenny." He tries to memorize that whole phrase. He's like, she has a really long name. He goes to Ram and he just starts laughing. He's like, no, her name is really just Jenny. She was saying, don't call her Mem. Oh, anyway. So some funny humor in there, but not the true spark. The true spark of the film is the bromance. And it's just amazing to have two heroes at the top of their game in this film together. The dance Not To is really them dancing together. It was like I felt watching Tiger Shroff and horrific in war. Like, you're just seeing two men at the top of their games, two of the best dancers, and it's just glorious. It's absolutely glorious. It's one of my favorite sequences of the entire film. And they get a whole friendship song, about their friendship. That's what really the whole film is about. Friendship, feeling betrayed, all the emotional things that is in their relationship, not really between any of the men and a woman character. I'm fine with the bromance. I'm just telling you that I wish there had been a strong female character like I was given in the Bahubali films. Multiple strong women in the Bahubali films. But okay, this was a roller coaster ride of the film. I don't know if I should give away any spoilers because the film has been out for a couple of days and probably you have a chance to see it, but I'm still going to avoid some of the biggest surprises. What came out of a truck? Oh my God. If you've seen, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My jaw was on the floor. Who thinks of a scene like that? Like, oh my God, it was so amazing. Yeah, so there's just some set pieces, some action things that literally had my jaw on the floor. I mean, if you could have seen my face through this film, I'm like, oh my God, what is Rajamouli giving me? Now, I didn't really have, I don't know. I mean, it's all about a little girl, Molly, who's literally unwittingly sold for 2 coins by her parents to the evil wife of the British governor. And yeah, that was one thing. Like, the English characters were just so one note. Like, okay, I'm not asking for a whole complex backstory on the English characters, but I'm just saying they were so cartoonishly evil. Could have been a little bit more there, but okay. So the plot is that this little girl has been stolen to just be sort of an ornament because she sings pretty and she does little hand tattoos. So yeah, let's bring her into our household. NTR's character is trying to rescue her. Ram Charan's character is an officer. His introduction scene, oh my God. So we're not sure what his whole motive is. We get his backstory. His story, Ajay Devgn plays his father in an incredible flashback scene. I found Ram Charan's character, so that's the rescue of the little girl is kind of the thing that they're all searching to do through the film. It's NTR's whole purpose. It's his mission. And then we're not clear really on what Ram Charan's mission is, what he is. Is he really working for the British? What is his motive is not clear until really after the interval point. I found Ram Charan's character so layered and complex, and he blew me away. Okay, like, I'm a big fan of NTR, and I expected that I would gravitate more to NTR's character, and he's supposed to be, but his character comes from the Gond tribal. Part of his whole, the symbolism is he is water, Ram Charan is fire, and I mean, so Ram Charan is always smoldering with rage, suppressed rage. And Bheem, NTR's character, like, there's one scene where a leaf falls on him, and just the comfort of a touch of nature in a very tense scene revives him. Like, there's all sorts of symbolism of how he is water and of nature and of the earth. His character is supposed to be more simple and pure and innocent, okay? But I'm just telling you, I was more captivated with Ram Charan's story. And so I don't know if it was completely equal weight between the two, but when they got together and then they worked together, things really get crazy and over the top in the second half, the end of the second half. And I'm all for it. Like, it's completely masala, the best of masala, where you just, everything is enhanced, everything is larger than life. And it's like watching a superhero film, and I'm all about it. I love the spectacle of it. So would I rate it 5 stars? No, it's not a completely perfect film in that it didn't have the emotional depth that I have experienced in other Rajamouli films. I can't fault any of the action sequences, the symbolism, all of that is wonderful. The performances are wonderful. I just want, because the bar with Rajamouli films is so high that I wanted a little bit more. Like I didn't feel as much. That seems like a quibble. I'm telling you, you are going in for a roller coaster ride. It is wonderful. It is glorious to experience that in a theater again. And so many amazing musical moments. Like I said, Natu was the highlight of the entire film for me. I loved the end credit song, but there were some very emotional, slower ballad kind of moments that were wonderful too. But those two songs were highlights for me. Loved Ram Charan. I mean, I've always liked him, but knocked my socks off. Absolutely knocked my socks off. Alia was fine. Like, I just saw her in Ganga Bai where she really got to show her stuff. This was just like a glorified cameo. That's fine. Ajay Devgn was amazing in his very small supporting role here. But it's just glorious seeing a multi-star. Like, it's just amazing. And I mean, for Rajamouli to bring these two together, and just seeing them act off each other and dance with each other, amazing. Loved it. So I'm probably going to have to go see this one in the theater again, is what I'm telling you. I don't know if I'm going to see it 4 times like I did the Bahubali films in the theater, but I'm definitely probably going to go see it again. All right. Well, if you've seen the film, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Follow me on Instagram at Pardesi Reviews. And if you hit the bell here when you subscribe, you'll never miss another trailer reaction or film review.